What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're focusing on the Six Nations and the much debated topic of whether or not they should have promotion relegation, whether or not it should reduce back to the Five Nations, and also the hot topic of should Italy even be in the tournament going forward. Now obviously with lockdown, isolation, all that stuff, we haven't had much sport, and obviously Six Nations couldn't continue. But there's a topic that always comes up is either if it's not the South African joining, it's should Italy even be there? Now obviously there's a lot of money in the background that we don't always know about that gets offered and deals, etc., etc. But when we look at the sport, when we look at the game, the attendance, the future, how to ignite and spark up a tournament, is it always the greatest thing to see a constant defeat of a team where we're just seeing the same old result, Italy 6 on the log for how many of the last few years, and just not picking up that win? Now a few years back we always used to get the battle of the wooden spoon between Scotland and Italy, but then Scotland progressed and just got developed and really became contenders in being competitive with other teams. They weren't just the second second from the bottom anymore. They were actually having opportunities of getting third, fourth, beating teams like England, Ireland, Wales and France. So there were opportunities getting created and they showed progress, whereas Italy, we haven't seen it. Although we've seen slight improvements in their game and times when they get close, we've never been convinced enough as to say they've improved or really shown a difference. The other talk is Georgia. Should Georgia join the Six Nations? Should we kick out Italy, bring in Georgia, or should there be a promotion relegation for the bottom team? Now, a year ago I did this video and we were talking about promotion relegation, and I was all for sticking to the history, sticking to what it was, becoming, the normal Six Nations. But coming into it, you want to try and ignite the tournament and really spice things up a bit to bring it more entertainment for the fans. Now if you make it a Five Nations tournament, think of the competitive level this tournament's going to be at, because not everyone's quite safe, because no one wants to be the wooden spoon. Automatically people would think, oh, that's going to be Scotland, but Scotland have really shown their own. France, last year we would have said yeah, maybe, but now they really started off Six Nations with a bang. Ended not too hot, but there were moments of greatness. England in 2018 weren't the strongest, they were fifth. So then they could have been. But now, obviously, tides have changed. They got better. And that's the beauty. And for me, it will bring out a lot more fight into the tournament if they allow promotion relegation, or if they go back to the Five Nations. Because I think it will just make it that much more exciting and bring quite a lot of character to the game. Now, obviously, if you've grown up watching it, you've got a history. You either prefer the Five Nations, you either prefer the Six Nations, or way back then when it was even different types of formations of this tournament. So I think we're all going to have a debate on whether or not. For me personally, what I would do is test it out. Give it a year or two, see what promotion relegation does. Because what that could do is give Italy the wake-up call that they need in order to try and boost things up, try and get more focus in Italian rugby, try and say, right, if we don't get our backsides into gear, we're going to get kicked out of the tournament and Georgia's going to replace us, that kind of thing, just to get them more focused and try and help the nation in order to improve rugby. Obviously football's the big thing over in Italy, because they were 2006, but they're solid. The Serie A, you've got your Italian football club that's strong, so it's going to be interesting to see how or what they can do in order to spice it up. So I'm all for it. I think they should test it out and give Georgia the opportunity. There is the talk of the Nations Championship whenever that will be introduced, where we could see more opportunities, so things could still happen. But I just think Italy needed a wake-up call or some help in development in order to progress the sport and to get better results, because it's boring seeing the same old dominance, the same old win-lose ratio between the two. It's just not fun anymore. We want to see it competitive. So for me, I would go back to Five Nations or introduce the promotion relegation just to give it a go. And it might be the kick that Italy need. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.